wouldn't you know that that's Abraham Lincoln playing jazz?
You think Abraham Lincoln is alive in this time period? You think it's just a guy who looks like Abraham Lincoln?
If you saw a guy that looked like Abraham Lincoln, would you be like, wow, that's fucking that is real life Abraham Lincoln?
If I saw a guy that looked like Abraham Lincoln next to a guy that looked like JFK, next to a guy that looked like MLK, next to a guy that looked like Gandhi, I think I'd be asking some fucking questions.
Like, is it Halloween?
That's dude, that's dumb.
Welcome to Crossover Inc., a media consultancy group and wholly owned subsidiary of the Socialarium LLC. Here at our fully legitimate company, every production follows a two-stage process. First, our patented crossover engineers split into two teams, each tasked with developing a unique premise for a show or movie. After both teams are done, they converge and produce the optimal crossover between their two projects. It looks like the teams are getting started. Let's listen in now.
Hello, this is Austin, and I wish I could be a maple leaf. I like the smell.
This is Justin, and I am a maple leaf in my mind.
This is John. I'm panicking.
Hey everybody, time is a flat circle, and this is Ben.
I'm a Morbius strip of Carl.
All right, let's do documentary. Now, what's the documentary about?
Okay, all right, let's get serious now.
Okay, do we want it to be about a current event or a past event? And it doesn't have to be real yet. It doesn't have to be a real thing. But does it happen now, or is it about something in the past?
I was gonna say, what if it's a documentary about something in the future?
What if it's a documentary where we just talk about the future like we already know what's gonna happen, and so we're just writing the documentary ahead of time?
It's a documentary ahead of time that got sent back to the past.
All right, now you're losing me. That's hard. I was thinking like a
documentary,
conspiracy theorist talking about what they think the future is going to be like as if it's already happened.
Who's saying it?
A former flat earther.
Is he like, I was wrong, or is he like, I was absolutely right?
Has nothing to do with the earth being flat.
Is he just wearing the shirt the whole time?
No, he's a former flat earther.
He's a former flat earther.
Yeah.
Okay, so he put like an X on his
like he
shirt.
believes himself to be pretty level-headed, unlike the earth. Now, is future documentary too hard?
Zombie show.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So like The Walking Dead.
All right. But not The Walking Dead.
But not The Walking Dead. So
And not The Last of Us.
like if all the zombies were made out of candy.
Okay. And like the humans were eating them.
Yeah, it's kind of flipping it around.
It almost makes the humans the antagonists and the zombies are the protagonists. And really what it sounds like is that people were turned into candy and now they're running from other crazed people.
You think if you were made of candy, like if suddenly I was made of candy, you would just be like, fuck Ben, I know that we're good friends, but I gotta fucking take a bite. Like, what if I was delicious and you knew it?
I already know that. And it takes a certain amount of restraint no matter what we're doing. No, I do think that I would absolutely probably, demolish, eat, destroy the anybody that I could if they were a candy that I found to be acceptable.
You fucking monster.
Like a gummy cluster?
I wouldn't fucking eat you for the world.
You're like sitting on your ivory tower acting like you wouldn't. If I was a fucking massive gummy cluster with, covered in nerds
cluster.
Or if I was just like a big ass gummy worm.
Yeah.
Just wiggling around.
Wait. Okay, what about like JFK and MLK? They both survived their assassination attempts.
And they're
like
best friends, and it's a buddy cop show.
Oh, almost. That, or is like thinking they make like an A-team. Like we just take everyone who was assassinated.
Oh, that's good.
In this time period, but they made it out, and now they're the A-team.
Assassination.
Or the assassination.
It's a documentary, but of an action or something like that.
It's a documentary of the formation of this hero group consisting of like JFK and MLK and other people. He wants to say Abraham Lincoln because he got shot.
You're right.
You know, no,
He's right.
Abraham Lincoln plays the Captain America role.
That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
What if they get taken out of time the moment that they died so they can, like protect time and shit.
Right. Like their assassinations were just covers by like this quote unquote, I'm going to say shadow government, find a better word. Shadow
because
government. And now they're brought together
the
to
time
be,
police.
Yeah. The time police. Yeah.
There we go.
That's just fine.
I would at least lick the sour. I don't think that would hurt you.
I feel like it would. I feel like that's my skin.
I guess it is kind of like your skin. I don't know if we have an analogy. I feel like that would be your dandruff. It's your full body dandruff.
Would it be more like shaving me? Like if you licked all the sour off of me,
Would
that
you
just
grow
like
more sour? Because that's like a utility. That's a public good.
I feel like you'd have to. If you're a sour gummy worm and you just don't grow sour back, then you're not gonna be a sour gummy worm
If
for
you
long.
take a snail's shell away, is it still a snail? I mean, is it dead? Like, is it just like, it can't exist without a shell? It's gotta.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't understand how snails work at all. I've had this exact thought really recently. And I was like, is it just a lucky slug?
Yeah, is it just like a really posh slug? It's just like, oh, damn, I finally made my way in the world and now I'm a snail.
Like, you know how much my brain broke when I figured out how hermit crabs work? Like when I figured out that you could just like ditch the fucking shell?
Because that do be how hermit crabs work. Hermit crabs are just slugs that get shells.
I think that you're right. I think snails are just fucking bullshitters. I think that they're in reality
Born
just
with
slugs.
a fucking silver spoon in their mouth.
They're just slugs from Uptown.
Uptown Slugs.
We've been living in a fucking shell.
Okay, so who's their fourth person of our A team before we start?
Okay, yeah, we've got JFK, we've got Abraham
JFK,
Lincoln.
MLK, Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, what about Gandhi?
Gandhi?
Yeah,
I don't
Gandhi was
like
shot.
Gandhi.
Huh? And like it'll be like Civilization Gandhi, like the
gave
game
enemas to
Civilization
little
Gandhi,
girls.
where he's
I
the
don't
most
want
violent member of the group. What's up?
Gandhi did some bad shit.
Yeah, they all have things going on.
Especially Gandhi.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
I would
gonna-
say most so Gandhi.
Yeah, the age demographic's not great for Gandhi.
If this was 10 years before, Gandhi could have gotten in.
I think you don't want to do Gandhi.
I'm fine with Gandhi.
Well, we're not gonna
We
really
could certainly
acknowledge
keep going.
that.
Yeah, if we don't like portray him as like being a hero, like he's sort of the anti-hero among the group, then I'm fine
I
with Gandhi.
love anti-hero Gandhi.
Yeah, he's like the edgy one of them.
Yeah.
He's like the Vegeta of the group.
Okay, what about people or like this idea of like these people turning into food like candy or something like that? I also have like nacho cheese in my head because I feel like
like
that's
sloppy.
delicious and and yeah, just messy. But I like the idea of that disease that you could catch makes, instead of the zombies, it change their behavior. It makes the humans change their behavior. For some reason, like now the humans want to consume you.
Yeah, I like that idea of flipping the script on it. Yeah, of like turning the thing with the disease into the thing that is affected by it. Because I mean, I think that's the thing with zombification is you get the zombie disease and now you're like a walking menace. You know, like you are the problem. Whereas there's very little sympathy for the fact that you've got zombie disease. But now this is like you got nacho hands. You got nacho face.
You got delicious nacho face.
Is this show gonna be fucking Nacho Problem? Nacho Problems.
Nacho problems.
I feel like we gotta do the show now so that it can be called Nacho Problems.
Can it be like you follow me on, like you've been to a stadium? Can it be your hands are baskets of nachos? They're
Yeah.
not nachos. They are like the fucking whole thing.
Yeah.
What if they like teleport by shooting themselves in the head?
Hang on, I love that idea, but that's not gonna roll.
Why not?
If we have constant suicide as a way to teleport.
It like does the Star Trek effect after they do it that you don't see it.
Okay, so off-camera gunshots.
No, they're not off screen. They like phase out. They like opacity goes down and they go away.
I think it's really funny. I don't think it flies.
You don't think this would
yeah.
pass the network?
And the network said no.
Just gun to the head, bang, then just slowly
What if
fades out.
they don't do it to themselves? What if it's like a machine that's like teleports them? That's better, right?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say we're not
I
doing.
didn't know the network was in the room
suicide
with
as a-
you right now.
I know suicide is a mode of transportation.
How else could they possibly get around?
God, I don't know a portal.
A big drop top limo?
Yeah, it's a drop top limo, but it flies. It's a hard cover top.
JFK's got to be the driver then. He's like the Fred from Scooby-Doo.
They're the best nachos. They're the most delicious. Like, if you've had one, they're irresistible. But if you take one, it's incredibly painful, if not lethal, to the person you're taking this nacho from. Like, it is a delicacy.
And it's addictive.
And it's addictive.
And
it's addictive. That's the thing.
You will pursue it.
Once you pop,
You're
you
done.
can't stop.
You're done
Yeah.
for. Okay.
That's Pringles,
I
but
like that. So, are you effectively disabled by this?
I mean, as much as you would be if you had fucking nachos for hands, I think.
Does it hurt? Can I use them as hands? Does it hurt to use them? Will the nachos fall out? Like, can I articulate with them?
That's a good question, because I think, like, it's painful when people take these nachos from you. So I feel like if the nachos fall out, I think you would have I think there would, I immediately go to like, how would capitalism affect nacho hands? And I think it would, like, people would be making special gloves for your nacho hands.
I like your idea with getting a covering or something that, we've acknowledged this as a society, that this is a problem.
This is a public health issue.
We have people with nacho hands, and if they dump them out, it's so painful that it ruins their lives.
Yeah.
And I would say, like, effectively, for the purposes of our show, kills them or something like that.
Okay, there's different worlds out there, and they literally are there to stop the destruction or...
Is this like we have the same period of time that they're dealing with, but the variations are what they're trying to correct, so they can put all the past back into a singular one? Like there's a
So I like the concept of there is one timeline, and our current day timeline is the correct timeline, and everything else needs to be destroyed.
Everything perfect, yeah.
We are the perfect timeline.
yes.
You'll get into that. That'll be like the end of season fucking 5.
Like-
That maybe we were wrong to do all this shit we've been doing for 5 seasons.
I like that. Like, we're just all these things you're fighting across these different timelines are to destroy those timelines.
Correct.
So we can have
Like,
one. Or else we're
it's-
worried that thought is that everything's going to explode because it needs to not be discordant.
To save our timeline. They're
Gandhi,
save
the
their
timeline.
The timeline.
Gandhi just pulls the trigger.
Gandhi is like rough.
Gandhi's like, stop fucking explaining the mission to me. I'm ready.
Gandhi is always armed.
Gandhi has the nuke on his back.
You know what I think it's like is that you have nacho cheese that comes out of your nacho hands, that are like the baskets. And that's like the thing that you produce, but the nacho cheese will like harden and turn into these special chips. And so that's the thing, that's the rub. Like, these chips are kind of like your outer layer of skin,
Your tough exterior.
your tough exterior. So, you could lose a few chips. That's all right. But if you lose some chips, you're exposing your whole cheese zone. And then you're going to start losing all your cheese, and you're going to bleed out and die.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's outline what kind of threats they would encounter. I think is a good thing to make sure we get down. So let's give an example.
Okay. Jazz doesn't exist in this timeline.
I'm glad we're doing this. What is?
Think about...
Did somebody kill Jazz? Or are they fighting a villain, or are they like trying to establish jazz? Like they need to learn
They
the
need to
instruments.
learn. Yeah, that's good.
And establish
They need
jazz.
to like bring jazz back to this timeline.
So we're dealing with all sorts of quote unquote threats. We're gonna do actual like antagonists and also conceptual, like, hey, jazz isn't real and that needs to come back in order to get rid of this. Yes, there's an objective for each timeline that you need to get after.
It's sort of like Quantum Leap.
We need like a main character. Who's gonna be the actor that plays
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is the main character. Like, obviously, I think that there's more people with this plight. Like, there's more people with this condition. But Danny DeVito is the guy who's being followed as, you know, our protagonist.
Yeah, with nacho hands.
He's like full throat Danny DeVito, too. I wish I could do the voice right now.
It's me, Danny DeVito.
Maybe I can do the voice.
It's me, Danny DeVito.
I was better than my Danny DeVito. Okay, you're doing Danny DeVito.
Hey, it's me. I'm fucking Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I like that.
That's all he says.
I just want to throw in like a Power Rangers like bad guy or something like that.
I love that. I love like evil Power Rangers-esque exist in this, and they need to straight up fight them.
What if the evil Power Rangers are all the people who shot them in the head?
That's their secret identities. Yes,
that's a reveal. So it's like go ahead, Johnny, name them all in order.
I think 2 of these are fucking conspiracies.
Yeah, definitely. But we'll get into that. They're like redeemable. The guy who supposedly
Harvey
shot
Oswald,
MLK.
and John Wilkes Booth, and I don't know who shot Gandhi. And also, I don't think
Gandhi get shot.
Yes, Gandhi was assassinated.
I'm relying on you
Fuck,
for
we
the
missed
Gandhi
Malcolm
one.
X. Malcolm X was also shot. It's fine. It's too late. It's too late for Malcolm X.
Malcolm X is like a cool side character.
Yeah, Malcolm X is dope. I love Malcolm X.
He's a lone wolf. Malcolm X is the lone wolf, and they run into each other while fighting.
Yes.
And sometimes they have to team up.
I like the idea of there's like some cabal. There's some like governmental aspect. Like this is coming from the top.
Like the government made nacho cheese hands.
Exactly. Like this isn't a new thing. This isn't a novel disease that, you know, is just being caught. This is purposeful, and that's where the show goes. It's Danny DeVito getting to the bottom of why this like ruling cabal has given millions of people nacho hands.
I also want like a James Bond villain, but he's not trying to steal anything important, but like he's stealing something, but he's like trying to steal the sun or water or all the wheat in the world. He wants something random.
Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is a time creature.
Maybe like wheat contains the time particle.
Oh, Jeff Bezos is the main antagonist through the thing. Jeff Bezos is pulling the strings as the main antagonist, as a leader, and he's traveling through times causing these things to happen because it's making his company earn more money.
Also, he wants
the sun.
He wants to make a timeline where everybody is bald.
He was trying to make more timelines so he can sell more things so he can buy the sun.
Oh, he's gathering algorithmic data for Amazon to tell you exactly what you should be buying.
Yes. Yeah. All these things.
I kind of like to think that there's some people who, like, you know, the kind of archetype character in zombie shows where they're like really fucking into the end of the world, and they're just like they're kitted out with all the guns, and they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got all these zombies. There's some people out there who are like, I'm gonna get all these nacho-handed fucks, and I'm gonna eat all their delicious nacho cheese. And so there's like some dudes who are kitted out with guns that like shoot beans.
Oh yes, okay, you were going the same direction I wanted you to go. They have like jalapeno cans,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
on like a chest.
On the chest, yeah, exactly. They've got the fucking like ammo around their chest that's just like fucking jalapenos and bean guns.
Yes, okay, and it's played by Michael, our friend Michael, who loves beans more than anything.
Yeah, so we've got the protagonist is Danny DeVito, the antagonist is Michael.
Oh my god.
And he's a real threat because he runs very fast.
Because he runs fast as a rule, honestly.
He runs very fast and he eats beans really good.
Their memories start, or like they have their memory up to their assassination, and then it keeps going. But what they don't realize is that this isn't the first time they've been assassinated. They've been assassinated before, And this is how you kind of tie in. There you go, Justin. There's the suicide.
Okay. This is.
I'm sorry I missed that. I was looking up who killed MLK.
Who was it?
James Earl Ray.
Okay, James Earl Ray. And then Austin, I like you're saying, like, when the discordant timeline comes together, they're realizing that they will actually be shot and die.
Mm-hmm.
That's
so once everything's said and done, that's the ending.
That's
of the
beautiful.
thing,
Yeah,
that's
that
really
they accept
good
their
idea.
fate. Except for Ghandi. Ghandi spin-off series.
Gandhi's going guns out. Gandhi goes rogue.
Yeah.
And their last mission is they need to go kill Gandhi.
That's good.
Yeah. So that they can all die.
That's season 4.
That's season 4, yeah. Before the end.
Season 4. Tracing down Gandhi.
That was
Gandhi was asking for too much money to be on the show.
What if it's a bioweapon and the nacho-handed people actually have like an incredible power that they haven't realized yet, and that is the real.
And that's and so that's Danny DeVito. He's kind of our protagonist because he's figuring out his special power.
Mm-hmm. Like that's what it's not a disease so much as they have to give you these nacho hands because that's the only way you get to access this incredible power that gives you control over the greater world.
He could be super strong or something like that.
Yeah, like
a super soldier.
Like exactly. So he's effectively like the Hulk or something like that. But wouldn't he know that? How does that get activated, or how does that become realized?
Maybe it's something that you wouldn't normally add to a nacho or something. Something that, like, on accident, like you might avoid if you have nacho hands, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah, what would you never put on nachos?
What would you not like? Peanut butter?
Clock cops.
Clock cops.
That's better.
All right.
Clocks.
Clops.
They're just clocks.
Oh, I thought you said clops. Like, I think I like clock cops because it's so hard to say. Clock cops.
It sounds like you're trying to say something else.
just trying not to say cock cocks. We did good. This show kicks ass.
Yeah. Let's fucking shit on that
I
show.
can't wait to hear their dumbass only 2 people thinking show.
I mean, we could flesh this out more, but this show is fucking perfect already.
It appears both teams are finished. They will now reconvene and combine their ideas. Let's see how they cross over.
All right, everyone, we have returned as a group with the 5 of us, and now we are going to mishmash these 2 TV shows together. Do you guys want to go first? Do you want us to go first? What do you feel like?
You guys.
You want us to go first?
All right.
Okay.
So we got Zombie Show.
We did.
As our premise.
This is good.
And so... So our initial conceit for this was, what if we turn this zombie apocalypse on its head? Instead of the zombies craving people, what if people craved the zombies? So the initial thing that we were talking about was like if people were turned into candy or something. But then we thought, what's better than that? Nachos. So what if there is a disease that people contract where they have those like those bowls that you'd get like a stadium for nachos,
like paper,
like the paper things.
Yes.
And those are their hands, and they're filled with the most delicious nachos. And go ahead, Carl.
I was just gonna say, like, these are amazing nachos. They are just you're not thinking about your experience with nachos. These are transcendent. Sorry, I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah, these are highly addictive.
These are meth.
These are meth. They are highly addictive nachos. Once you pop, you cannot stop.
I thought you guys were going to open with meth. Like, it's just meth.
It's just meth. Meth hands.
Meth fist zombies.
It's just people carrying meth around.
Yeah, remember that one episode of Jimmy Neutron with the little candy balls?
Absolutely.
This is that episode.
I was thinking exactly
it's
of
that episode, except it's nacho hands.
I forgot about that.
And so this show is going to follow one of these nacho-handed folks and their quest to discover what's that this nacho disease has been created by the government. And there's this big cabal of nacho disease being released into the population, and it affects people in just a horrible, horrible way. But it turns out that this was not some naturally occurring nacho hand disease, but highly orchestrated.
And so with that being said, there's a lot of things that go into having nacho hands. So you have hands that are nachos. That's number one, and the most important fact to kind of establish here. What is important though is if you lose your nachos, number one, it is incredibly painful to lose any of your nachos. If you lose all of your nachos, you will die.
Okay, so they're Charmander.
So basically,
Sure.
here's the way that we were sort of thinking of it. Like your blood is nacho cheese. It's this delicious nacho cheese.
Okay.
But when it gets to the surface, it'll kind of crust over, and that makes like the nachos. The nachos are like the cheese kind of made into a sheet, a crust, if you will.
Coagulated.
Yeah, coagulated.
It's like a sheet.
Yeah. And so like if you can afford to have a few of your nachos taken, but if too many, you're going to start to bleed out and you're going to die.
So is this like a Wolverine effect?
Yeah, do you regenerate?
That's a great question. So
Oh, there's an answer.
So there's a couple of characters I want to introduce, but let me kind of get into the plot. So our main character is Danny DeVito, because who would love nachos more than Danny fucking DeVito? My hands of nachos. Anyway, so he's the fucking guy that is walking around that we're following here. He's got his government sponsored nacho gloves on. He's keeping his nachos protected and all these sorts of things.
Because capitalism still pervades this world as well.
That's good.
That's good.
But the question remains for Danny. Why do I have nacho hands? Why me? What is going on here? And one day I think what ends up happening is he exposes his nachos accidentally to a substance that they've never had exposed to them before, which in this case for Austin is peanut butter, because who the fuck would put peanut butter on nachos? Who would put peanut butter on nachos? Ask the government, ask this cabal, because that is the activating ingredient that creates your super strength for your government weapon that they can activate for all of these nacho-handed infected people. It is a bioweapon that has been developed. And so Danny DeVito accidentally activates this weapon, and now he's on a quest to take down the cabal.
There's more. So there's a lot to this world, which is that, so as we mentioned, it is highly addictive, this particular nacho cheese. So there are people who are afflicted with the nacho addiction, who are kind of cast out as pariahs of society. And one of the things that happens is there's sometimes communes of these folks who have gathered a few of these nacho-handed people, and they like tie them up, and they just take just enough nacho cheese so that they can get their fix. But they still stay alive, and they still keep growing more nacho cheese. And so that is one force in society. Then there's also the archetype in zombie shows where there's the dude who gets really fucking into the apocalypse, and he's kitted out, he's got all the guns, he's like, fuck yeah, we're gonna like win this apocalypse. There's those people, and one of those people is Michael. and so Michael he is kitted out with all the nacho accoutrement. He's got a gun that shoots beans, and he's got like the fucking ammo straps around him, except it's jalapenos. And so Michael is one of the dogs of the government who is sent in to who is sent in to root out this Danny DeVito problem, who is going to reveal to the world that there are a bunch of super soldiers if you only add peanut butter.
I love that. I also love the idea for Michael's bean gun is that it's like, hey, what kind of gun is that? It's like, it's a bean gun. It takes 87 caliber. Like, what's 87? It means I don't put anything that costs more than 87 cents.
Like it retains all of Michael's qualities.
Yeah, he has a price cap for his bean ammo.
I like having the idea of this zombie show where there is no feasible scenario where Danny DeVito fucking outruns Michael.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Michael retains all of his Michael qualities, including his frugality and his speed.
Yeah, he's very fast.
I love the idea of Danny DeVito evolving as a nacho man, and so he grows like hedgehog spikes out of the nachos, and then he can spin dash away from Michael.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he is a
I like
super
that.
soldier now. So I mean,
you might like
Yeah, he could have many qualities. We didn't get too much into his powers, but yeah.
very, very
That
good.
is cool if he gets like mutant abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the show is called Nacho Problems.
Hey.
Are the nachos in place of your hands, or do they go on top of your hands?
No, they are your
They
hands.
are your hands.
Or,
So-
are you asking like the Wolverine effect? Like the coming
Yeah, I'm
off?
like, because I'm trying to figure out how can someone have a gun and nachos, and so is it like
Michael doesn't have nachos.
Michael doesn't have nacho hands.
Michael has Michael
Okay.
hands and is fucked up.
So in this reality, like I think that Danny DeVito, we're obviously following him. He's afflicted with the nacho hand disease, but there are millions of people with the nacho hand disease.
Yeah.
like
So like there's some people who target these nacho people because they want their cheese. They want their delicious cheese. And they're kind of like they're addicts. They want this cheese so bad. But then there's other people that are like, I'm gonna get rid of all those nacho handed fucks and turn this back to the great country it once was.
Okay. So there are different factions.
Yeah, they're different factions. Yes.
Very cool.
All right. Yep, that's Nacho Problems.
I think Michael has 2 bean guns. I think he has.
Do you think Akimbo's dual wields?
No, I think he's gonna need both hands because he's gonna have a full can bean rocket launcher.
Okay.
Mostly because I wanted to go, and he shoots full cans of beans. That would hurt. But he's also got a shotgun with loose beans,
Being like hard beans.
like loose, hard, unsoaked beans.
Which, like, thinking about it canonically doesn't make any sense that you couldn't eat that. Yeah, he eats it, he breaks all his teeth. He's like, yeah.
Don't worry about the cannon.
Don't worry about when he's shooting the full unopened cans of beans, just pegging people in the head. That's not a problem, but the hard beans.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, give us your
All
pitch.
right, 1 second, deep breath.
We're going to the good zone. Deep breath. I thought it was Austin for the pitch.
Oh, I thought
you want me to do it? All
right.
right, let's do this. All right. I'll take you back to 1865 in the theater as we're joining a play, and all of a sudden you hear a bang. What just happened? Abraham Lincoln got shot. What comes to be, though, is you're in Abraham's Lincoln point of view.
What category are you guys in?
No, let him go.
No, let him, yeah.
Fuck you. Abraham Lincoln gets shot, and he gets transported to the headquarters of clock cops. You come to find out.
Are you going to make this one?
He's doing great. I don't know what you're saying.
You come to find out that all the assassination of some of the high political figures were done by the clock cops to form an A-team. The A-team consists of JFK, MLK, Abraham Lincoln, and Gandhi.
Oh my God.
This whole thing, this A-team they formed an A-team because they realized, the clock cops realized that the timeline that we are in, the current timeline, is the perfect timeline, and that any other timeline has to be destroyed to save the perfect timeline.
Okay. And so, Austin, since there are multiple timelines across the way and that they need to be eliminated in order to preserve our own, what is our mission set of our A-team?
I don't know.
You do!
You're
doing great.
No, go for it. John,
We'll
you
field some
take over.
questions.
Yeah,
and
we'll
then
field-
then we'll get into the episodes.
So you've got MLK,
We do.
you've got JFK, you've got Abraham Lincoln and Gandhi,
Correct.
and you are going to take these folks and have them do what it sounds to me a pan-universal genocide.
Multiversal.
Multiversal
genocide. To get rid of all of these other
To
timelines.
save our timeline.
That's
Yeah.
actually a
To
good
save-
point.
to save the perfect
This
timeline.
is fucked.
Well, yeah.
That comes
But-
in season 4.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, in their eyes, they don't think this is fucked. They think this has to be done to save their timeline and all of the friends and family they love, and they have no bad thoughts about it. They just
They get a bad thought. They get a bad, but yes, this
can-
is what needs to happen.
So, I mean,
Okay, I'm in.
Okay.
they got brainwashed and now they're murdering.
So the main antagonist, you guessed it, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is the main antagonist because he is traveling through these different timelines to gather resources and develop a algorithm to figure out the perfect shopping list.
That's pretty close. It's the perfect algorithm for every Amazon customer. So ideally, when you get onto Amazon, you see the app, the very first thing you see, you're going to fucking buy it because the algorithm knows you that well.
It knows you over every different like parameter, over every
permutation
universe.
of you.
Yeah, every permutation
potential
of you
timeline.
is like just another data sample.
Wow.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Right. And he's trying to accumulate all of this wealth so he can do that so that he can then buy the sun.
What does he want with the sun?
Power.
He's going to wear it like hair. He's going to silhouette it behind his head so it looks like there's hair.
So I don't want to poke holes, but I'm gonna ask this question. So you have to destroy these timelines in order to preserve ours, which is the perfect one.
At least up to season 4.
Yeah.
Okay, at least up to season 4. Got it. So if I'm Jeff Bezos, I'm pretty much thrilled with how this timeline's gone so far. Wouldn't I be highly motivated to preserve it?
Jeff Bezos does not believe that destroying the other timelines will save this one. He believes all of these things can exist concurrently. But it is the belief of the A-Team that they cannot exist concurrently and that there is a point in time in which everything's going to go.
I think Jeff Bezos.
Got to say, Jeff Bezos sounds like the good guy.
What if we say Jeff Bezos is just neutral? He doesn't care. He's in the favor of money.
He's Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he's Lex Luthor. He's just trying to get this all done. He acknowledges the multiverse, doesn't care if it's there or not.
That's fine. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Malcolm X is also here.
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, keep going.
But he's like a lone wolf asset. He's the sort of
I like
anti-hero doing his own thing.
Jeff Bezos has these evil Power Rangers to do his due diligence.
What the fuck was that? Yes.
To do his evil will and make everything. And the evil Power Rangers are there to try and save each timeline from being
destroyed. Yes. And the Power Rangers, their secret identities are actually the people who assassinated the A-Team in our timeline.
We're talking James Earl Ray, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Supposedly.
The guy who shot Gandhi.
Probably. He did that in front of a crowd.
Which one am I missing?
MLK, JFK. Oh, Abraham Lincoln, John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth.
Probably again.
Almost definitely did, because he bragged about it. He bragged about it a lot.
Yeah, I killed the president.
Yeah.
Okay, and what ends up happening around like season 5 is they're getting closer to closing down on all these problems. They realize that when they get to the point where there's only this timeline, they need themselves to die because that's part of this timeline. And so they have to deal with that fact. Ghandi does not handle it well. Gandhi's a loose cannon.
I love it.
Yeah, so Ghandi becomes an antagonistic force in which his former team must hunt him down and kill him so that they can restore order to the last remaining timeline.
Gandhi,
I like it.
for the record, yes, he has been the Vegeta of the organization, sort of the anti-hero, playing against the will of the group at certain pivotal
Our
moments.
category was documentary.
Whoa, I thought that was an A-Team category.
That's wild, dog.
We decided after the fact we got to change the category name. Okay, so that's what we're up to.
Let's talk about some of the episodes that we want to do. One of the timelines that they go to is that jazz does not exist. So in order to align it with the current timeline, they must invent jazz and bring it to the people.
Yes.
Oh, so I think I was a little bit confused by the central premise, and now I feel better about the show. So they're like bringing the timeline to what their timeline is.
Yes,
so,
right.
Because in my head, they were like,
Were you
right.
thinking genocide?
Yes!
We said it multiple times.
It's when I said, remember when I said genocide?
It is genocide. It is genocide through the invention of jazz.
Yeah.
But like,
Those people
seems...
are gone as soon as they like become close enough for our timeline to swallow them.
Oh, okay. For some reason, that still doesn't bother me as much as that. In my head, they were like, all right, so we found this other reality. We're going to kill everyone in this reality, which I guess is effectively what they're doing, but they're doing it in kind of a fun way.
They do it, yeah.
Sometimes.
Like they nail, like they do a jazz song and they nail it and everyone cheers and it goes back to them and it pans back to audience and they're all just flat on the ground and then they high five because they did it.
Can I ask a question?
That's fucking awesome.
So,
I'm all on board.
Yeah.
So like in these timelines, because they all have to die like they did in their timeline to preserve, the continuity, wouldn't you know that that's Abraham Lincoln playing jazz?
You think Abraham Lincoln is alive in this time period? You think it's just a guy who looks like Abraham Lincoln?
If you saw a guy that looked like Abraham Lincoln, would you be like, wow, that's fucking that is real life Abraham Lincoln?
If I saw a guy that looked like Abraham Lincoln next to a guy that looked like JFK, next to a guy that looked like MLK, next to a guy that looked like Gandhi, I think I'd be asking some fucking questions.
Like, is it Halloween?
That's dude, that's dumb. That means if I put like an Elvis impersonator next to Tupac, you would go, maybe they're both real and alive.
And they're friends.
And they're buddies.
At what point in this, though?
At any point. Any number of them.
Shut the fuck up. At what point does it become clear that there's something fucked up happening with their timeline and they're like, okay, these people are the cause? Like this potentially is
there like
the general populace is not going to figure this shit out.
So nobody really knows.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Jeff Bezos and his minions and maybe another separate entities do know about it, but the people as a whole are not going to get a sense of it.
They're going to new timelines each time. So
because they killed everyone.
Yeah, they don't have enough time to figure it out.
Is it
killed everyone with
merging
jazz.
or are
They're merging.
are
They're
they
merging.
getting destroyed?
they're definitely getting destroyed, but they're also merging.
But I thought of it like they merged the timeline so that like, oh, well, this is now the timeline. It is the same now. It's not so much like they fucking kill everyone, even though that is the effect, but it's more
But
like
it's not like a cataclysm for that universe. It's more so just like
now they're this one.
Yeah,
it's more so just like a passive merging.
Yeah.
Yes, let's call it passive merging.
Well, that's what I'm asking. It's
No,
like,
you're right. You're
does this timeline end up just becoming like completely? Do they realize that they are no longer?
Imagine
going to
collecting all the
exist?
chaos emeralds.
All right, I'm imagining it.
or collecting all the shards of the master emerald. You're just trying to make the one real big emerald.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
This was an analogy for Justin, who is a central aspect
who made
of
the thing.
Yeah.
Saying I made the Master Emerald.
I'll say whatever you want, man.
Stop doxing me as the creator of the Master Emerald.
Yeah.
I fucking dig this. I think this is very fun. I also feel like ours can slot in quite well as one of the alternate universes.
Is pretty easy crossover.
Yeah, it's pretty easy crossover.
ideal.
So we're one of the alternate universes. Does Danny DeVito? But like
Danny DeVito can be in on what's happening.
that's what I was gonna say. He would be in on what's happening.
and
of like
from
I
his-
want to stop this reality that has this cabal of Nacho hand government making.
Oh, interesting. Is he in a separate reality than the
Yes.
main good one? Okay,
That's
so
what I
yeah,
see.
Yeah.
Yes.
The episode is we are going to your guys' universe, and our objective is to eliminate Danny DeVito, perhaps, because
Danny
Is it a
DeVito's-
love triangle sort of deal of like the government, Danny DeVito, and the A-Team sort of deal of like every your friend, your enemy?
no, everyone shut up. Austin, what is the love triangle between the government and Danny DeVito and the
Well, it's
A-Team?
like it's the aspect that A-Team and Danny DeVito team up, but what Danny DeVito doesn't realize till halfway through the episode is that the A-Team, his whole premise is to get their timeline to match theirs, so it would make him
so fucking good.
The A-Team is telling him that they're going to solve the problem of his world.
Oh, damn.
I think
Yeah.
Danny DeVito aligns himself with Malcolm X in this scenario.
In the second half.
Yes,
I
second
think in the
half.
first half, like Malcolm X appears to be antagonistic to Danny DeVito and the A-Team, and Danny is down for it. Halfway through, he realizes the truth of the matter, and so he teams up with Malcolm X to defeat the A-Team. Ultimately, they will be defeated. Malcolm X will escape this timeline. Does Danny DeVito?
Can Malcolm X be a lot like Blade? Can we all picture him as Blade, please?
Yeah,
Sure. That's fine.
yeah. I'm trying to see the optics, but I read a biography on Malcolm X, so
I was hoping you were going to say Blade.
Now I'm
not a
imagining,
biography
like,
on Blade.
I'm imagining like a movie about Malcolm X starring Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. I was trying to look at the optics from like understanding the biography. We're not going to come out on top, but it's going to be fine.
I think he can wear a cool duster, have swords, and cool sunglasses. I think we can get by with that.
Blade. Malcolm X is Blade.
For all intents and
certainly
purposes.
dresses like
Instead of Wesley Snipes plays Malcolm X, Malcolm X plays Blade.
Does he want to like have a disguise like we know he's Malcolm X, but they don't know? His nickname is Blade X.
Blade X.
That's like his whole. That's his.
That's
disguise.
a cool name. Let's put that on ice. But he could certainly be. He could just be Malcolm X. Malcolm X already has a cool enough name.
Yeah.
Just picture him as Blade.
Yeah, just picture him as Blade.
So we're in this universe. We're in Danny DeVito's universe. So what is like the initial plot when he is on board? What do they start doing?
He should be called the Danny Dorrito verse.
Oh, that's good.
It's a fantastic.
That's
We're gonna
very
get
good.
that brand deal.
Yeah.
How about tortilla? Because there's no Doritos.
Danny Tortilla.
Danny Tortilla.
Well, Doritos are tortilla chips.
Yeah, but they're not
Tortilla
Doritos.
verse?
The nachos aren't Doritos.
But that Danny Tortilla isn't as fun of wordplay as Danny.
Oh, sure. It's Danny Doritos. There are no Doritos.
That's fine. That I don't care. I don't care if Doritos don't canonically exist in this world.
Yeah.
They call him Danny Dorito, and it doesn't make sense.
That's our way out of it.
That's just his fucking name.
It's spelled different.
It has 8 R's.
Would we be allowed to start at the A team entering this universe? Like, where are they landing? And then from there, when do they meet Danny Dorito?
Where's the outbreak location for Dorito?
Patty's Bar.
Patty's Bar. You want to go to
Like in fucking It's Always Sunny.
Philadelphia.
So in our explanation,
Patty's
we
It's a
meet
zombie
Danny
apocalypse,
DeVito.
right?
Nacho Apocalypse.
We meet Danny DeVito years after the actual outbreak
Okay.
occurred. So I don't think we ever sussed it out.
He's lived with nacho hands.
Yeah,
for a
before.
while
It's like
at this
the
point.
rule of an authoritarian government meant to take care of this widespread nacho disease is already established.
Yes.
So we have like high concrete walls and barbed wire and this sort of
exactly.
Holocaust setup.
Sure, yeah.
Or pre-Holocaust setup.
I am just thinking that Ground Zero is a fun action locale to open on. So, like the worst place they could possibly be. That's where they are.
Or
I
three times
think
seven to go
I
again.
think they open up in Philadelphia or something like
Yeah.
that. Something of
Okay.
a big, huge.
Can we just say that Ground Zero is Philadelphia?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Philadelphia's nacho
like the
ground
most-
zero.
You
Well,
fucked up
isn't it
place
the
there is.
Cabal? Cabal is what you were saying.
What do they call like the day zero of this thing? Like they need to
The
have a name.
notching.
I was thinking the notching.
Notchageddon?
I like the notching.
The notching?
You know,
Okay.
we can discard this because I like that they land in Philadelphia. I think that's fun. But there's something in my head that I find funny of every time these guys go to a new universe, they always start at an area that is where one of them was assassinated.
Okay. So we've got like 3 places in America.
No, they all go to the same spot, but it's always
That's
like,
their
damn, it. Like
teleportation
one of them
spot.
is always like, fuck.
Damn.
Yeah, I was thinking of this a very similar thing, except for instead of where they were assassinated, they're just like in the middle of Kansas. They're just like in a wheat field. They're just like shit when they have to walk.
Hitchhike.
Every episode starts with 10 minutes of walking through a wheat field.
Every episode is Daisy. You just need to walk.
That's how they
a
get
long
the
distance.
exposition. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like the
Let's
idea
do-
of them
let's do Philadelphia.
entering one of their horrible traumatic experiences. From like the jump, they're just like, you gotta give Abraham a second. You gotta give Abe a second.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's always a little tough for one of them.
Is it traumatic for them? Because like they get transported at the moment, like before they get shot.
You know, that's what I was thinking too.
What?
No, it definitely, yeah, they can get shot. Like the bullet can hit them, you know.
That's not what I was thinking.
No, that's not what
No,
I
I
was
was
when they
thinking
go to the
just the
time patrol.
location.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you'd be
initial.
like, oh, they didn't even clean up the stain.
These people who got inducted into clock cops.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We nailed it on the name.
Absolutely. They get inducted at the moment they get shot, right? So why do they give a shit when they died?
Yeah, I guess because they didn't really die. They became clock cops.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but also the entire life that they led up to that moment is dissolved.
Yeah, that's pretty
Every interaction
Yeah.
they have with a loved
I
one
think
no longer
it still
is
holds
allowed
a
to
negative.
continue.
It still holds a negative place in their mind. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think that works for me.
I think it's beautiful and it should be in an episode, but I want to scrap it for them landing in Philadelphia. for this one.
Yeah, I want them to go to Ground Zero, Philadelphia.
Nachigeddon. Or Nachigeddon. Nachigeddon?
Yeah.
Nachigeddon.
The Nachigeddon. The Nachigeddon.
I like Nachigeddon better, actually.
I like the Nachigeddon.
I also like the Nachigeddon. Yeah, this is
Anyways,
fucking,
we're in Philadelphia.
we're in Philadelphia.
I don't know anything in Philadelphia. What's the city?
I want to
brotherly
say
love?
we're in Philadelphia and the A-team's there just showing up, and Danny DeVito is trying to steal. It's not the Liberty Bell, but it's something as important as the Liberty Bell to the Cabal.
Wait, what was the Liberty
Like
Bell non-Philadelphia?
Yeah, it is. But I want something of like a different time, like something that has more meaning to them. Like it's their precious peanut butter. It's their precious peanut butter jar. And Danny DeVito is trying to steal that. And the A-team comes in and goes, all right, we'll help him. He looks cool.
he looks cool. What if all the peanut
That
butter...
little guy needs a little bit of help over there.
I think at this point, Danny DeVito is like,
He's a super soldier now.
yeah, he's mutated.
He's a super soldier. Yeah.
yeah.
He's got his Nacho Hedgehog spikes and his Wolverine Nacho
They're thinking,
claws.
we need this guy.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's an asset.
He's been recruited.
yeah.
yeah, they're
so
in
he
a
needs
hostile
to-
world, and Danny DeVito is the one friend they have.
This is
Their contact
TMNT
point.
meets Batman.
yeah, I like that. I think that's good.
I like the Liberty Bell, though. I know you said something like it, but I feel like the Liberty Bell can stand. Like, inside the Liberty Bell is the peanut butter. I don't know. Is that too PS2?
No. Because like my whole thought is that
PS2.
they're in a big, huge concrete walls around Philadelphia, and they've got people wandering the street, making sure, keeping guard, making sure to, if any nacho people come out, that they
Right.
deal with them.
Yeah, that they do.
They deal with them.
This is where we're
And
going to
the
pull our
18
punches.
They get dealt with.
Dealt with a shot in the head with an AR-15.
Yeah, let's just fucking send it.
And the AT comes in, and they're seeing this, and they think the government is the bad guys, and so they're like, we need to help this guy who's trying to defeat them.
Right. And so we're going to help him in his... But they wouldn't do that because they're here for their own objective involving Danny DeVito himself, or... No,
They're using
just
him.
using
They're
him
using
for
him.
the.
They've got
Yeah,
to
how do their objectives align? What is the A-team's objective themselves?
I think it's easy. In my head, I think it makes a lot of sense. The A-team's objective is they need to topple this government because they are an authoritarian regime that doesn't exist in their timeline, but they also have to get rid of the nacho people.
Yeah.
And Danny DeVito doesn't know that second part. So the A-team, they save the world from the government. But then they want to help cure the nacho disease. But Danny DeVito doesn't want to be cured. He loves his new nacho hands, and he doesn't want to be cured. And so, like, maybe they can cure a lot of people with the nacho disease who don't want it. I would say it's like objectively a pretty difficult thing to want, but Danny DeVito likes his strength and stuff like that now, and so he wants these nacho hands. They're part of who he is, and so they don't want him. He's like, don't take these nacho hands away from me. And that's how it gets antagonistic.
Yeah.
And now they fight.
Yeah.
He's sort of like an X-Men. He doesn't think he's like defective.
Yes.
And so what happens though is Jeff Bezos comes in at the end. And let me finish. Jeff Bezos comes in at the end, and he comes to Danny Dorrito and goes, I have an offer for you. I'll take you away from this timeline if you work for me.
Okay.
yeah.
So we have this is like an
that's
off-screen
good.
death where we realize Danny Dorrito was taken away, so the A-team believes the timeline is merging completed, but then later they're going to encounter Danny Dorrito as part of the evil Power Rangers.
Danny Dorrito is on a cliff fucking holding onto it with his nacho hands. And he fucking falls off, and then you see a splash in the water, and they look down and it's like, there's no way he could have survived a fall from that height. And then they move on, and then you see Danny Dorrito fucking hanging onto the wall. and Jeff Bezos helicopters him out of the universe.
I was thinking Star Wars, Eye of the High Ground, gets knocked into a bunch of salsa, is on the ground
and he becomes
writhing.
Darth Danny Dorrito.
Darth Dorrito.
Darth Dorrito.
Yeah,
I
and
fucking love it.
fucking Palpatine is Jeff Bezos. Yes.
Fuck yeah, guys.
We're here.
Well,
that kind of, I'm saying the salsa hurts him and he's writhing because he has the superpowers. Everyone else does not die of salsa. Their hand is just made better.
they are cured. They get back to being normal.
Yeah, everyone is really happy until you see the world merge and you're like, they're all gone.
I like it. Good PG-13 action movie.
This is rated R for sure.
Oh God, yeah. What's happening with Michael? Michael is an attack dog for the government. Is he going to be reoccurring? Is he just going to escape? Is Malcolm X going to take him with him? Like Malcolm X is making his own faction?
Maybe if this is the last episode of Danny Dorrito, that he teams up with Danny in the end.
Yeah,
you know,
I like that.
Yeah,
I like
it's a good send off.
He's fighting the A-team with them.
Yeah, they come to some kind of mutual agreement
because
they have some respect
Malcolm
for
X,
each other.
Danny Dorrito, and Michael fighting the A-team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's
Just
like
love
one in,
that.
one out, you know, we kill one of your characters, you kill one of us. We can kill off Malcolm X in this episode too.
No, we're not killing off Malcolm X. He's reoccurring because he's kind of the thread that can go through the multiverse and inform people of how the A-team is doing wrong and give like bits of more and more of information. Michael might be the one who dies here.
Yeah.
So Malcolm X really is the protagonist here. Everybody
Malcolm
else is
X,
kind
you know how I'm picturing him now is like, you've seen
Blade?
Watchmen.
I have seen Blade, now that you mention it.
Have we all seen Blade?
Yeah, we've all
Are
seen
you
Blade.
going to talk about the guy with the bandages?
Yes.
With the
I knew you were going to
sunglasses.
say it. Yeah, and he has like ink blot face.
Yeah. He is
Rorschach, that's
like, to a fault, he is like, I must tell the truth to people. Like, I must like show truth to power and stuff like that. And that is Malcolm X's character. Like, he is going to save, he's going to tell everyone what the A-team is doing wrong, even though he's on their side. I think we kind of did it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and then I look at you
thank you
strong.
for joining us on the podcast. We had a great time investigating what adventures our A-team would go on in a Nacho universe. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Danny Dorrito here with his Dorrito hands. We appreciate you listening to our podcast by NordVPN. And absolutely smash that fucking like button.
I guess they're finished. I'm sure you're all very impressed right now. And with that, this cross is over.
Hey everybody, this is the end of the podcast. Now it's here. I've got a towel around my shoulder, just looking in the locker room and saying, wait, not looking in the locker room, looking out of the locker room. That's bad. I'm looking out of the locker room and I'm saying
very candid.
and I'm saying, hello, listener who is outside the locker room looking in. You're the weird one, not me. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I don't know how you found us in this locker room, but here we are.
Yeah. You know what? Ben took my towel, and so now I'm standing here, and I'm towelless in this locker room here with Ben. I also have a cup of hot coffee, and I'm really enjoying just hanging out here. And you know, a lot went into being here in this locker room post podcast because it's a sweaty affair, and it's been fun making it. We'd like to do more. Shit.
Hey, listener. Boy, you really worked up a sweat listening to that podcast, huh? I was raised in a household where I'm not allowed to comment on what's going on there. But we want to do more of this podcast. So thank you for listening. Please support us so we could do more. Just like you're supporting that fucking thing.
Use your sweaty fingers and type the social area on all social media platforms, and maybe you'll get to see Carl's blow dryer.
Yeah, you'll definitely get to see Carl's blow dryer. We record everything in a sauna. We have to replace recording equipment every single time we do this.
It's very expensive.
horrible.
That's why we need your help to make more of these.
Yeah, we need more money. We're in debt, all of us.
If we get a lot of money, we'll do a fight with towels.
And there's a lot of towel fights, ideally. And anyways, goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, that's probably the one, huh?
We're getting closer.
Are we getting closer?
The social area